Hello guys and welcome to the second episode of EURORACK with Bo. In today's episode we are going to take a look at my first module. So I picked up my first module used, and it's the Mutable Instruments Clouds. Now that's sort of how do you say? It's kind of a cookie cutter almost, it's kind of a standard choice for a lot of people going into EURORACK, I realized, and a lot of people advised me against getting it because maybe it's a little bit hyped up, this module, but I really wanted one because I enjoyed using it, the software version over in VCV-Rack a lot, and I wanted to start out with it. So did it deliver? Yeah, the short of it is that it does deliver. It's a really fun module. It's just been a treat using it, and it sounds really good, and I do feel that it's a module that I can use for a long time. So here's me really nervous inserting the first module into the rack, mounting it, and I was so afraid that I would blow it up. So tip number one, try to not blow up the EURORACK modules. And the way you do it is that you make sure that the red line on the cable is actually, it's on most modules it's supposed to be down, on some few modules I think it's supposed to be up. You have to make sure that it's in the correct position on the module and on the EURORACK itself. So read the manual, make sure that you're inserting it correctly into the rack. Otherwise, you might fry your module, which I was super scared to do. And thanks to DivKid for being on Facebook assistance through the process. Now, of course, after doing it the first time, it wasn't, it's not that scary anymore. But I was really, really scared when I switched on the EURORACK, afraid that boom, that everything would just blow up, but it didn't. So what does the cloud sound like? Well, let's have a little listen. Talking about what the clouds can do is hard when you're a beginner like me because it can do so many things. You can of course use it as a kind of a almost standard reverb, but that's just such a small part of what it can do. You can even use it almost like a oscillator, using for example the keyboard output from the Mini Boot 2 controlling the pitch of the clouds. this was my second episode of EURORACK with Bo. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit the thumbs up, consider subscribing, and if you want to support what I do, you can head over to patreon.com/BoBeats, and all the links are in the description. So guys, thank you so much for watching and have a pleasant day.